Yo, 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 guys, JT here. News video segment here, another kind of videos that I'm going to start doing. And this is going to be called Music from the Underground. And this is where JT is going to talk to you about music that I pick up. And probably mostly stuff like underground music that not a lot of people listens to. You know, underground punk, hardcore, metal, thrash, rock, just whatever, you know. I'm going to try to showcase some of the music, the moosack that I pick up. And this week I got 2 CDs and 2 vinyl to show you. Go ahead and show the CDs first. First up here we have a band, and most of these, I've been really lucky on finding punk stuff here lately. There's a booth at the Peddler's Mall that I go to in town, and there's like one whole booth of stuff I've never heard of, like punk bands. So I'm like, and they're $1 a piece. So I'm like, oh, you know, I'll check this one out. And most of them I've ended up really liking, except for a few. But first one I picked up here is No Fraud. This is an '80s band. I think '80s, maybe early '90s hardcore punk band. And this album is just called No Fraud, but this is like got 2 of their albums in one. I don't know if they ever released any other thing. The first, I guess, 12 songs of this is from Hard to the Gore. Some of you gore hounds might like that there, Hard to the Gore. And then the second one is off of just their self-titled EP, No Fraud, which is probably the first one because the recordings are kind of lesser quality on this one. But altogether, 24 tracks. If you guys can find anything from this band, I recommend a song called Search. It's one of my favorites. It kind of reminds me of some of the stuff that some of the guys in my hometown were doing whenever I was in high school. I live in Eastern Kentucky, if you guys didn't know that, and well, I used to, but I don't really know. I'm more towards Lexington now, but there's a big punk scene in Eastern Kentucky, and a lot of good punk and hardcore bands to come out this way and come through this way. Really cool scene. I used to be really big into it when I was in high school. But as you know, you get older, you become less seen, as you want to call it. You know, you got to get a job and all that stuff. But anyways, yeah, it kind of reminded me a lot of what they were doing at the, you know, like probably around the years 2001, 2002, something like that. And my buddies' bands were called Tomorrow's Moment. I will be posting probably some of their songs on here if I can, if I want to get the permission from the guys. But I'm also going to use them in some stuff I'm going to film here pretty soon, so be on the lookout for that. That's No Fraud. Check them out. This album, I give it out of 10. I give this probably a 7.8. Yeah, 7.8 out of 10. Oh, excuse me. Next up here, the record label for that one was Truth Music. Truth Music. Next album we have here, Token Entry, and this album's called Jaybird. So you guys can see that. Just picked this one up like 2 days ago. Amazing album. Now, I've never heard of them. Just like I had never heard of No Fraud, but I could tell by the cover that it was something good, you know. And I usually take my phone out and listen to some of their stuff before I buy the CD. And this is put out by Go-Kart. Go-Kart Sounds, I guess, is the record label. But this has 11 tracks on here, and a little history. I kind of looked them up. The guys from Gorilla Biscuit were in this band, I do believe, and they were a big 80s or early 90s punk band. The CD is actually in my computer, but here's a little screenshot of them. And also this song, Windows, awesome song. Made me want to get up and start slam dancing whenever I heard that. I was like, oh, you know, got me in the mood. This was really good, but this is pretty cool. This CD came out in, yeah, this is early 90s, this band was, I do believe. So Gorilla Biscuit was probably, no, this is 88, my bad. Gorilla Biscuit's probably early 90s, I would say, or late 80s. I'm not really sure, or late, mid 80s, I don't really know. But I need to check out more of Gorilla Biscuit, I do know that. But this is cool because this came with a flyer of these three, I think it's three, yeah, different indie record labels at the time. Go-Kart Records, Sound Views, Subterranean Music and Culture, and Mend It. And it's like talking about bringing hardcore back, the New York hardcore scene. Little flyer, little do-it-yourself, talks about some albums from each of those. And like order form. I thought that was really cool. Pretty cool find on that. Guys, check out Token Entry. Hopefully, probably not a lot of you guys on my channel will watch this, but hopefully I can turn some of you guys on to something different. You got to think outside the box on that one, Alright, next up is the next two is 45s. Trying to hear if that was my garage door opening or not. Trying to check if my wife's coming in, Gotta be all secluded. But this is the Geeks. It's called Straight Edge, and this is a good straight edge punk band. And the vinyl